Danny Lopez is an American former professional boxer who was the WBC featherweight champion of the world from November 1976 to February 1980. His nickname was Little Red. Known for his tremendous punching power, in 2003 the Ring magazine rated Lopez at number 26 on their list of 100 greatest punchers. In 2010, Lopez was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Lopez is of Ute Indian, Mexican, and Irish heritage. He had been moved from one foster home to another, and coming off a Ute Indian Reservation in Utah, he finally found a home in Southern California. He is also the brother of welterweight contender Ernie Lopez. He is married to Bonnie Lopez, and has 3 sons, Bronson, Jeremy, and Dylan. Lopez began boxing professionally on May 27, 1971, knocking out Steve Flajole in 1 round at Los Angeles. He won his first 21 fights in a row by knockout, in one of the longest knockout win streaks ever. During that streak, all but one of his fights were in Los Angeles, a fact which could be credited for his popularity in the area. The only one of those 21 fights to be held outside Los Angeles took place in Honolulu, where he beat Ushiwakamaru Harada by knockout in 3. On January 17, 1974, Genzo Kurosawa became the first person to go the distance with Lopez winning by a 10-round decision. His next fight, a month later, in Mexicali, Mexico, was his first fight abroad. He beat Memo Rodriguez by a knockout in 9 rounds. People in Los Angeles were eager to see Lopez, and another up-and-coming Los Angelino, Bobby Chacon, square off inside a ring. The fight took place on May 24, and Lopez was knocked out in the 9th round in a thrilling fight. In his next fight of note, he lost once again by a knockout in round 9, this time to Shigeru Uyama. After losing to Octavio Gomez to begin 1975, Lopez went on a roll, beginning with a knockout of Chucho Castillo in 2 rounds. 2 more wins, and he was faced with Ruben Olivares, whom he beat by a knockout in 7 rounds, after recovering from a first-round knockdown himself. In 1976, he beat Sean O'Grady by knockout in 4, Gomez by knockout in 3, and Art Hafey by knockout in 7. Finally ranked number 1 by the WBC, he traveled to Ghana to challenge world featherweight champion David Cote in front of an estimated crowd of more than 100,000 Cote partisans. Lopez became world champion by outpointing Cote over 15 rounds on November 6. Due to all communication systems having been cut down in Ghana, Lopez could not get his message through to his family. They only learned he was world champion when they picked him up at the airport 1 week later. Lopez won 3 fights in 1977, retaining the title once, against Jose Torres by a knockout in round 7. He and Cote had a rematch on February 15 of 1978, as part of the undercard where Leon Spinks dethroned Muhammad Ali of the world heavyweight title. Lopez knocked Cote out in round 6 of their rematch, and then he retained the title against Jose de Paula by knockout in round 6, and Juan Malvarez, on the undercard where Ali regained the title from Spinks, by knockout in 2. After recovering from a first-round knockdown himself. On October 21, he had a fight with Fel Clemente, against whom he retained the world title with a 4-round disqualification in Italy. By the end of 1978, there was much talk of a super fight against world junior featherweight champion Wilfredo Gomez, but the bout never materialized. His fight on March 10 of 1979 against Spain's Roberto Castañón in Salt Lake City, not only marked the first time he defended his world title in his home state, but the first time he fought in his home state as a professional period. He retained the crown with a 2-round knockout. On June 17, 1979, at San Antonio, Lopez defeated Mike Ayala with a thrilling 15th-round knockout, and retained his WBC featherweight title for the 7th time. The exciting bout would be recognized by Ring magazine as its fight of the year for 1979. Lopez went on to defend the title once more that year, knocking out Jose Caba in 3 rounds. Lopez's reign as world champion came to an end on February 2, 1980, at the Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix. He met Salvador Sanchez that day, and he lost by knockout in round 13 in a one-sided affair. A rematch was fought on June 21, in Las Vegas, and that time around, Lopez was knocked out in the 14th round. He announced his retirement after that fight. In 1985, he talked about a comeback, but decided to delay until 1992, when he was 40 years old. He lost that bout via TKO. His record was 42 wins, and 6 losses, with 39 wins by knockout. In June 2010, Lopez, and 12 other boxing personalities were inducted in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. After his final bout, Lopez was the object of various dedications, and was active on the autograph signing circuit. He returned to live in Utah full-time, then moved to Los Angeles, where he worked as a construction worker. Today he lives in Chino Hills, California. Lopez has a professional record of 48 fights, with 42 wins, and 6 losses.